funk. Thoughts deep, boy steeped in the depths that he sunk. Big stress, depressed in the middle of fall. Sky gray, high late in the thick of it all. I wonder, how long can a human survive just staying alive or carrying the rest of the tribe? Waiting for the day to arrive or struggling dies, and I be doing way, way more than getting by. So why? Cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, cop myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Realize life is so much more than just living the day. Every day I can sit and reflect and breathe and connect to myself and know that I've been given. See, giving up is not an option. So when I'm looking at gray skies, I'll be adopting a new way to deal with a test. Lord, relieve me of stress to bring me looking like when blessings drop in. And so I got myself a cup of coffee, sipping water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Water in it softly, cleansing me of stress I hold. Hey, here we go. Yeah. Let's do this. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. In times of test, let no harm beset me, oh my Lord, oh my Lord. Woo. Salute, everybody. Salute, everybody. Welcome to the podcast tonight. I am Urban. Appreciate you tuning in to this stream. Now, once again, I know y'all gonna fuss at me again. Y'all be like, oh man, Urban, you need to make up your damn mind. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna have the show at 10:30 or are you gonna have the show at 11 o'clock or 11:30? What are you doing? Well, see what happened was... I just couldn't make up my mind. So I finally decided to have it at 10:30 because, I can't be like y'all other podcasters, right, where, y'all be streaming late at night. Some of y'all be streaming at 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. I can't do it. I just cannot do it. Reason why I can't do it because I have a job. I'm just being real with y'all. I got a full-time job and I got to be at work early in the morning and I have to work like 9 to 10 hours shifts. So I need all the energy that I can get. And so, that's that. So I finally decided to have the podcast around by 10:30 because I also was looking at my analytics and stuff too, and I see that most of my faithful subscribers, they normally be online within the late primetime hours anyway. So I wanted to honor y'all on that. Okay, so charge it to the game. Just trying to help y'all out. You know what I'm saying? So y'all could at least catch my streams live. Other than that, if you don't, it's always cool that you want to catch the replay. So I ain't tripping about that as well too. So thank y'all so much for tuning in to the podcast. All right.
So we're gonna jump right into it, y'all, because like I said, I don't want to be very very long with this podcast topic tonight, but it is a good one. All right. So Britney Renner is once again back at it again. She doing what she do best, which is to create clout for herself. All right. So while I was at work, I had watched another one podcaster channel, right? And that was on show, and on this channel they had Britney Renner on the show. They also had Charleston White on the show too. And so things end up happening on this show, and it just kind of got out of hand. And that's what we're gonna talk about tonight. We're gonna talk about Britney Renner. We're gonna talk about her clout chasing ways. We're gonna talk about the actions that happened on this show. I'm gonna give you my perspective about all this, you know what I'm saying? Because I done seen a lot, and I'm going to dissect a whole lot that happened in this. All right. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this. Okay. Let's go and jump to this topic tonight, which I believe it's gonna be pretty interesting, y'all. At least I hope it's gonna be interesting to y'all. So, all right. So let's go and jump to this real quick. All right. All right, so this is the show that Britney Renner was on. All right, it was called the Denzel Project. The Denzel Project, it is a YouTube channel. You could go check their channel out. They the one who had Charleston White and Britney Renner on the channel. Okay, so I was only able to capture like only the segment that happened with Britney Renner and Charleston White. I was able to capture the full segment of that because they do have have this set on members only, which is rightfully so. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a viral moment, and I knew that when they filmed this, I knew that they knew it was going to be a viral moment, so that's why they put it on members only, so they can make money off of this. Which, you know, like I said, I get it, I understand. I ain't knocking it, but like always, there are always other content creators who are already subbed up to the channel. And they already recorded it for all the rest of us, you know what I'm saying? So we can go on and do what we got to do, you know what I mean? Shout out to the other podcasters for doing it, you know what I mean? Hey, Tough Love, salute, bro. What's up with it? Welcome back to YouTube, man. It's been a while. Salute. And I've been catching your streams and stuff too. I've been watching your episodes on the bushes, bro. But salute. But yeah, so without further ado, let's go and jump into this, man. Let's go jump into what Britney Renner did, and we're gonna dissect this thing, all right? So let's go and get into it. All right. Good Lord. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up as well too, because it do help the stream out. All right. So let's go and jump to it, y'all.
PJ just got an amazing contract. How does that make you feel as a woman knowing that's your baby father? What is your first view on that?
Honestly, I want my child's father to win.
Exactly.
It's just what it is. And regardless of what people say, I believe he deserves whatever he feels he's worthy of. So whatever that contract looks like, that's what it looks like. And I didn't have a child. You know, I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
Before she get into this, right, why is she doing her makeup on this live show? Second of all, where's her shoes at? Why she took her shoes off? Third of all, why do it sound like that she's... It don't sound like she's drunk. It sounds like she's on some type of narcotics other than alcohol, to be honest with y'all. It sounds something going on with her, for real. But let's go ahead.
Well, whatever that contract looks like, that's what it looks like. And I didn't have a child. You know, I had a second degree tear. You know what that...
All right, so they're asking her about her baby daddy, right? Now, those of y'all who not keeping up with that, right? Her baby daddy ended up getting a $50 million contract with the team that he signed up for. All right, so he got a $50 million contract, and they asking her about that, asking her how she feel about that. And to my understanding, I believe that PJ is engaged to be married too, to my understanding, or I could be wrong. But I remember last time I heard about him that he was engaged to be married to another woman. So that's pretty much asking about this contract and, want to get her perspective. And I want y'all to listen closely to what she's going to talk about. All right.
Looks like.
I'm going to just
Hello?
say no. I'm going to say no for all of
Is
us.
everybody
Oh, let me start over, y'all.
And I didn't have a child. I had a second degree tear. You know what that looks like?
I'm going to say
Hello?
no. I'm going to say no for all of us.
Is everybody fucking
I'm just going to
listening?
say no.
Hello?
Yeah, your
A
son.
second degree tear? You know what that looks like?
I mean, that boy was that big when you had him.
He was, I think it was 8.1.5.
That means she had a big
boy.
baby.
Almost 9 pounds, right?
Another NBA player.
Does that
Thank y'all for the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Now, instead of her addressing what they're asking her, which is about the baby daddy, she decided to deflect and start talking about their child together. So she's gonna deflect and talk about her terror with her, her coochie. All right. So whenever a woman be pregnant, right, depending on the complications of the pregnancy and depending on the circumference of the child head, a woman can have a tear within the coochie. All right. So this is what she decided to segue into and end up becoming how the way she is right now. But let's go.
matter to you? Does that matter to you? Who had such a motherfucking opinion about me?
Wait,
Does that
time out.
matter?
It grew.
Hold
My
on.
opinion changed. But
Hold
yeah,
on. Answer the motherfucking question.
no. No, it didn't initially. No, hell no.
Okay, I had a second degree tear. That means they sewed me up.
Yeah, okay.
Right. You know what that means? That means I love that motherfucker. My pussy was fucking split open for him.
Right.
You understand that? You was 9 pounds.
So what does this have to do with the question though? What does her giving birth to that child have anything to do with the question? I'm not understanding it.
Big boy.
Okay?
Gratefully, I had
Can't
a
be
5 pound
Snoop.
baby.
Good for you.
Yeah,
My
yes.
baby was almost 9 pounds.
Big boy.
Okay?
Yeah.
And that's just what it is. All right?
No, I wanted to say that because I think it is important. A lot of people do
What's important?
that. You do wish well for them.
Most.
Here's the thing.
And this dude here, he is trying his best to get her back to the question, but
Let me just tell you, you and every one of the motherfuckers that are commenting, she's doing too much. She
Fuck 'em.
At the end of the day, this pussy had a second degree tear. Do you know what that means?
You just taught us.
Ripped.
What is it?
Thank
you, Charleston.
Ripped open.
Ripped.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
Ma'am.
Yeah, boy had a head like his daddy.
Yo,
All right.
Hold on.
So, a ripped fucking vagina. Hold on.
Say it again. Say it again.
For the people in the back.
Let me tell you something. 50 pounds. Do you hear what I'm saying?
That boy born 50 pounds?
No, you gained.
I gained 50 pounds.
Oh, shit.
Charleston, 50 pounds. That's just somebody, I'm just whatever. It's about money. Let me tell you something. I can't be bought.
Hello.
That's what all these people in the chat can't seem to understand. They think I can be bought. They think that it's just about money. It's just whatever. It's the highest bidder. I believe in true love.
Hello.
I heard her say that. But you
I
know,
said
we
it
be
100 fucking times.
Hey, listen.
Hello.
Hey, listen, now listen.
Listen to what I'm fucking saying. Shut the fuck up when a real bitch is talking.
Okay.
hold up. Flag on the play. First of all, she still ain't even answering the question what the dude asked, right? Second of all, she's starting to be disrespectful on this dude's show, too. She's up here kicking things around. She's up here being disrespectful to not only the host, but the guests on the show, too. Telling everybody to shut the hell up. No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. See how far this go.
Shut up!
Okay.
Get
Shut
the
the
room.
fuck up!
Take the room. Here we
Shut
go.
up! Shut the fuck up!
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Look how Charleston looking at her. Look how Charleston looking at her. Oh man.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go.
Cause I'm a real fucking bitch. You hear what I'm saying?
Talk.
And I care. And I'm a hopeful romantic. But I can't control. At the end of the day, I try to force something that wasn't mine. That wasn't my person. And that's okay. He's sitting over there motherfucking. Shut the fuck up!
Oh shit!
Shut up!
No. Nope. And what's sad about this is that these dudes sitting up here just laughing at her and letting her do this to their own show. See, if this was my podcast and she would came on her and clowning, I would have kicked her ass off right then and there. I don't care how much money I paid her or whatever. She'd been kicked off right then and there. That would be a viral moment of me kicking her off this show. Because there are two ways to do clout chase. There's a way to get you on her where you could be a duck and answer these adult conversations. Then it's the other way why I kick your ass off this show and it's going to be a viral moment because people are going to see it. So either way, it's going to happen. These dudes right here, I ain't lying. These dudes right here being some straight up simps, including Charleston White. All three of them are being simps right now, allowing her to blatantly disrespect them like that. Throwing water bottles, no ma'am. She had only got one warning from me. Look, Britney, you need to calm your ass down and answer the question. La. Get the fuck out. La. Get out. Right then and there. No questions asked. I'm not going to plead with you or nothing like that. Nope. Because I can't stand disrespect. If even furthermore, I can't stand when a man allow a woman to disrespect them like that. And these are the same type of simp ass niggas, right? Hate to say it, these are the same simp dudes who sit up here and cry and tell me, oh my God, the modern day women is this and the modern day women is that. The black manosphere, we need to get the women and get rid of them. But y'all want to take y'all place as men and deal with a simple behavior as that. Maybe they doing this because this Britney Renner. I don't know. But it don't matter to me. I don't care if it was Beyonce coming on to my podcast. If she come on my podcast and be disrespectful, she getting kicked the hell out. I don't care. It just is what it is. Let's go.
Shut the fuck up when I'm talking.
That's peripheral.
Shut up.
That's peripheral.
Seriously, shut the fuck up when I'm talking. Because if you ever felt real love to where you have a motherfucking second degree tear, hello?
Wait. He didn't mean it.
Hello?
He didn't mean it.
Shit.
Hello? You don't know what it's fucking like.
Oh shit.
I'm sorry. I meant to hit this nigga.
Wrong guy.
Let me tell you
Wrong guy,
something.
champ. Wrong guy,
Shut the
champ.
fuck up. This right here is my...
All right, so she threw the bottle again, right? And the former champ was in the background, right? She threw the bottle after him. And so in the background, if y'all turn it up, y'all hear him cussing her out. But I want y'all to listen to what they gonna say, what the host and these sim niggas up here on this panel gonna say about this. Listen to them. Instead of them checking her, they're gonna try to check this dude. Watch.
Let me tell you something.
We good.
Shut up
We good,
when
we
I'm
good.
fucking talking.
No, seriously, yo, come on. For
Yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit you. I meant to hit that nigga. Because you sitting over here laughing.
All right, chill. Relax.
I ain't chilling.
Relax.
Because at the end of the day, it ain't your pussy. Hey, listen. I hear you.
Nah, that ain't cool. That ain't for real. I'm not part of this.
Hey, listen. That's fine. But guess what? You protecting him is what it is. Is it not?
I'm not protecting
Is it not? Is it not?
Did Charles sit up there shaking his head? He protected. Is he not? Is he not? Yo.
She hit the wrong nigga,
Hey,
champ.
don't be sitting over there laughing.
I'm not here to
Let me tell you, I ain't talking to you. I ain't talking to him right here. I ain't talking to Then bat me in my
champ.
shit then.
Champ, she cool.
Bat me in my shit.
Apologies, champ.
Bat me in my shit.
See, look, y'all hear what they saying? They talking about apologies, champ, apologies, champ. Nah, champ, chill, champ. Yeah, champ, chill, man. No, why y'all ain't giving Britney the same energy? Why y'all not giving Britney the same energy? She the one who triggered this whole entire moment. All because of question that y'all ask her about her baby daddy. Come on, man. Now, this is the reason why the women, they be saying what they saying about us as men, how we be weak in certain situations. You know what I mean?
I don't hit women, yo.
All right, then shut the
Shannon
fuck
Briggs
up.
right here tripping out. We're good. We're good.
Apologies, champ.
At the end of the day,
Lady, for real.
all right, I don't.
And this dude right here, this chill. I guess this dude is one of the hosts right here. He's up here chilling, smoking. Dude, you got, oh my God. Dude, you got to want to take over your show, your podcast. See, this is another reason why, me personally, this is another reason why I be doing solo podcasts for real. Why I too much don't do a lot of panels no more. This is the sole reason, because I know how I am. I know that the moment when somebody step on my panel and they begin to be disrespectful, I'm not going to leave them up there to get views. Because I'm not that desperate to get views. I'm not that desperate to clout chase like that. Because at the end of the day, this is my brand. This is my baby. This is the money I put into that. Like this dude right now, I could tell right now, looking at their setup, they spent over thousands and thousands of dollars for their setup. Probably more than that. So if you're spending all this money just for your setup, and you allow somebody to come up on your panel or come up on your show and disrespect it, there's something wrong with you. That's why I am adamant the way I am about my show. I don't tolerate disrespect, period. I don't tolerate disrespect. I don't tolerate cyberbullying, none of that on my show, period. Because I'm the one who putting in the blood, sweats, and tears of putting money into this, spend thousands of dollars just for my setup. For me to have a good setup, good camera. I'm the one who's spending time paying people to edit my videos and everything. Not the person who's there. All these people come up here. So hell no, I'm not gonna let people come up and disrespect my show just for a moment of clout. Forget that. Y'all crazy. Y'all at y'all mind spending all this money. And I just like I say, I know this dude set up. I know he at least dropped about 2 bands on this setup. A minimum about 2 bands on this setup. Probably more than that. But you letting this chick do that to you, man. You out your rabbit mind, bro. You wildin'.
Champ.
At the end of the day,
Lady, for real.
all right, I don't give a fuck you talking about lady. I don't care. At the end of the day, nobody knows what I went through. Nobody knows what I'm going through. So nobody, him, whoever the fuck, you don't get to sit here and talk about shit.
This drunk bitch is playing herself.
Ain't nobody drunk bitch know about nothing.
We family
What's
here.
up?
We family here.
What's up?
We family here.
What's up?
We family
Champ, no,
I ain't talking about nothing.
We all right, champ.
We ain't talking about nothing.
And they doing it again. Even with Charleston White, sit up here laugh. We already champ, but they don't want to check her because she's the problem. Britney is the problem. It's not the champ. It's not the people in the background. It's her. But y'all don't want to turn. That's why I say these dudes are weak. They don't want to turn their energy and address this woman. But they want to sit up here and address the dude and stuff on live television or live recording. Because they know deep down inside these dudes really ain't gonna do nothing. Oh, simps. Can't stand simps.
We family.
This is Charleston's people, not mine.
She all right,
It's
champ.
Charleston's
She all right,
people.
champ.
No, we family. We
He
family.
said you all right.
I ain't no fucking security, bitch.
I don't give a fuck what you talking about.
Come on, champ.
Bat me in my shit then.
It's all good.
Bat me in my shit then.
Come on.
Then shut the fuck up.
Chill.
Everybody
Let's
hit your
relax.
motherfucking buzzer, bitch.
All right, let's reset the room. Let's reset the room.
It is what it
guys.
is.
Let's reset the room.
Then let's to what they're saying too. Talking about chill. Let's relax. Reset through. Instead of once again they sitting up here doing this indirect thing. Instead of dealing with her and tell her, look, you need to shut the hell up. You being disrespectful. Chill. Let's all just calm down. No, it's not no all nothing. It's her. It's her.
It's what it is.
Everybody cool, guys. Everybody cool.
It is what it is.
And here's another thing too, ladies. Ladies who are watching right now, and y'all gonna catch this replay too. This is the one of the number one reason why men say that women act like children. This is the number one reason why men say that women act like children, because of this behavior right here. Because of this behavior. I remember looking at another one YouTuber, a podcaster, right? This dude name is Mr. Let Go. Mr. Let Go, he say this all the time, that women behave like children, so you have to treat them like children. At first, I used to disagree with Mr. Let Go on that. Wholeheartedly disagree on him on that. I'm like, man, women ain't children. You know, they grown adults and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to treat them, how the way they are. But as I start learning about the behavior of a lot of women, especially modern day women, to be honest, women do act like children. They just resort to a childlike mentality, especially when they are emotionally triggered, like how she is. Now, keep in mind, this whole situation started when this dude asked her about her baby daddy getting that money. And so she's emotionally triggered because I don't know, she's not getting a part of that. I don't know what it is. But she got him so emotionally triggered where she sent up her behaving in a negative way, where she sent up her sabotaging everything. Same as that thing what women do. When they be up in their feelings, right? Guess what y'all do? Y'all sabotage stuff. Y'all sit up here, take y'all man, PlayStation 5, throw it off for a bridge. Y'all sit up here, go and burn up these dudes' clothes, throw his clothes out the house. You'll sit up here, key up this dude's car. You'll sit up here, I ain't gonna cook for you. You'll cook for yourself, knowing this dude hungry, and you're gonna tell me I ain't cooking for you. Why you ain't cooking for me? Because I'm mad. You'll sit up here, withhold the dude that you say that you love and care for and support, right? Withhold him from sex because you're mad. Tell me that's not childish. Tell me that's not behavior like a child who have a temper tantrum. And that's basically what she's doing. She's having a straight up temper tantrum. All of this was uncalled for. It was uncalled for. It was ruly. Then on top of that, these dudes is not standing up to, especially the host of the show, not standing up and being a man and checking her and putting her in her place. And when I say checking her, I'm not talking about doing something violent to her. I'm telling her to get in her place in a tone as a man and telling her straight up, what you're doing is wrong and it's not going to be tolerated. Either you're going to straighten up or you're going to get the hell off my show. And it's that simple. Now can be she saying some women now we're not doing it tonight. A lot of women resort to this childlike behavior. A lot resort to this childlike behavior. When you don't get your way, you cause utter chaos, like she's doing right now. That's uncalled for. That's why I say in the Bible, right? That's why I say in the Bible that a man would rather sit up in the roof of her house than to deal with a wayward woman, deal with a woman who's argumentative all the time. Because when she get into her emotions, right, She let her emotions and feelings take away her common sense. And she doesn't do things because she feel like she want to do it. Just like all the examples I gave. She wanted to burn up your car because she felt like she wanted to do it because it made her feel good. She wants to call your job up and try to get you fired because she feel like she want to do it. It doesn't make any logical sense to do it. She just do it because she want to do it. Because she's in her feelings. She's in her feels. That's why. That is why. But at the same time, this is y'all sisters, ladies. This is y'all sisters. This is her. This is one part of the representation of y'all who does this. So let's continue. We're almost done. Because I got a lot more I want to talk about this.
Family here, guys.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
Family here, guys.
You don't like Britney Renner. Britney Renner, we fuck with her. Shut
Who's got
the
music
fuck up.
playing? All right. Let's relax. Let's reset the room for a second.
Nah, don't reset shit.
Look at that. She's sitting up here being defiant and everything. This dude's show. He said, let's reset the room. I ain't reset the shit. Reason why she ain't doing it because he didn't do it in the first place. So she don't even respect that dude enough to shut the hell up.
The fuck we on?
We on the motherfucking
Charleston,
Dancer Project, baby.
motherfucking Capricorn in the motherfucking building.
In the builds.
Hey, let me tell you something. I don't care what you talking about, because I really...
Then also another thing too, I know some of y'all want to blame it on the narcotics or the alcohol or whatever. If you want to go that route, that's fine. But one thing about alcohol or controlled substance is this. One thing about it is that it's going to bring out the real out of people. It's not going to allow you to be that fake person. It's going to allow you to be your real, authentic self. That's why me personally, sometimes, whenever I be hanging out with people, especially with people I really don't know, and I'm just getting to know them. That's why I honestly prefer when we go out and get drinks and stuff. The reason why is because once when they start drinking some more, right? That's when I start really getting to know them. Because all they're going to start coming out. I don't want to know your representative of you. I want to know who you really are. So I know what to expect. So likewise, in this situation with her, this is her. This is who she is. This is the reality of her. This is not the fake version of her. When she be sitting in her car doing all them retarded rants. This is the real, true nature of her.
Buy a nigga in here shit. No, this is my touch-up brush.
You good.
Listen, let me tell you something. Don't nobody get tell me shit about shit.
All
At the
right.
end of the
Jill,
day,
close that.
Charleston,
Yes, ma'am.
this
Yes, ma'am.
the motherfucking real nigga right
Yes,
here.
ma'am.
Right.
And if I didn't understand him,
Yes,
he
ma'am.
understand me, we wouldn't understand each other.
Damn that hand.
So what's up?
I'm just happy.
Yeah, I got a good grip.
Yeah, I see. Shit, you strong. Yeah, shit. I can tell you play
Ma'am.
sports. Yeah, I can tell you play sports.
Ma'am.
Yeah, I did.
I can tell.
Yeah, I did.
Shit.
Ma'am.
You gotta.
Now the reason why she's sitting up here doing this to Charleston, sitting up here flirting with Charleston, because Charleston is currently the next big thing on YouTube right now. Charleston is everywhere on YouTube right now. So you could easily say that Charleston is the next bag for her. Even though Charleston is married, she sees Charleston as the next bag. So she's going to do everything possible to create a moment with Charleston because Charleston's name is tied onto everything. Whenever you search YouTube, you're going to see Charleston's right name. So she want to get that clout. And she's using Charleston to do that.
Hey, what's up? What we
Shout
doing,
out to everybody
Charleston?
I'm reading
Shout out
all that
everybody
shit
in
on
the
there. Shit, I done got
I don't
into
give
the
a fuck.
comments. Just
He's
shit, I
getting
done got
these
into
minutes time. Shut up, bitch. While real bitches talking.
All right, so let's reset. Get back to what we were talking about.
What are we talking about?
We're
Peace, love, health, and wealth.
A grade 2 tear, Charleston, PJ, and everything that occurred, and
So
you
he
know that
forgot.
you do wish well for him of what everything that went
I
on.
always do, because you know what? I had
All right, so that's the end of this particular segment of this video. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all the next song clip, and this the clip where everybody's on waiting for this craziness that she done did. All right, so let's dive into that, and we're gonna segue to that. Then I got some more conversations I want to talk to you about after this. All right, so let's jump into this segment. All right. Let's go. So in this segment, right after when he asked this question, right, that's when once again Britney went into her mode, right, and this what happened. Now I had to get this from a TikToker, all right, so it's gonna be different, and they're gonna have music in the background, but
Comfortable to be wet.
This ain't,
I've never been wet before, but yeah, I'm sure it's uncomfortable to be wet.
you know, moist is one thing, but wet is just another. It ain't what we shooting for. You know what I mean?
Isn't that?
Miss Ma'am.
no.
No,
Miss
come on,
Ma'am.
please. Come on, man, please.
No.
Come on,
I
man,
need you
please.
to be kind and respectful to my guests. Where that pig poker at, man? Go ahead and get the pig poker out. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I did nothing for that. Oh, that's. Wait a minute, Miss Renner.
All right, chill. There's a lot of equipment in here. Why'd you get water poured on you?
We sauced up.
What I miss?
For behaving. That's for to be.
All right. Landon, the stream is now for fucking private. Put it private. What did you do to get water poured on you?
I was just being myself, player.
Okay.
fucking stuff. How?
he said her ass, what did you do to get water poured on it, instead of once again checking the person who did it, which was Britney. Now, to seal the deal of her behavior, she decided to take this conversation what Charleston was talking about, right, and sexualize it. And she decided to hop on Charleston's lap and give this dude a 5-second lap dance. Knowing good and well this dude married. Knowing good and well this dude have a wife. Knowing good and well that I'm pretty sure this wife be watching the stuff that he be putting out. Knowing good and well this is going to circulate through the whole entire internet. Now, remember I said a few moments ago that she was that Charleston White is the next big thing out in the YouTube streets right now. Charleston White name is tied onto a lot of stuff right now. Remember when I told y'all that she was looking at Charleston White for that money and for that bag and for that clout chase? What better way to want a clout chase is for her to create a moment? What better way to create a moment is a moment like this? Because at the end of the day, that's what it was about with her. She always wanted to clout chase, and she always wanted to chase this moment. This is what she was looking for. That moment is what she was looking for right here. That was the moment she was looking for. Now she got the YouTube streets on fire. I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all who've been on YouTube, y'all have seen just about every major content creator talk about Britney Renner. Hell, they talking more about Britney Renner than Charleston White right now. But that was by design because that's what she wanted to happen. She wanted that to happen. This is what she was looking for. Now let's talk about something else. I talk about a lot of things, but let's talk about this too. Why is it so hard for women to take accountability for their behavior? Why is it so hard for women to do that? Why is it so hard for women when they know they do wrong for them to simply say, hey, I messed up, I'm sorry? Why is it so hard for them to do that? Now, I know what y'all going to say again. Not Urban. Once again, brother, I love you. I support you. I support your stream. Thank you for that. But Urban, I just got to say it again, brother. It's not all women because I'm not like that. I'm a woman. I'm not like that. Granted, if you're not like that, then granted. That means that you're part of, I say, of the 5% of women who are not like that. But it's a whopping almost 85 to 95% of women who have this same behavior what Britney is doing. True enough, it's different variations of it, but it all leads to the same road. It all leads to the same road of accountability. Then when it comes to accountability, the same type of women, they do not want to apologize. They do not want to say, you know what, I messed up, I'm sorry. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. But before we get that, I want to share with y'all another video with her real quick. I want to share with y'all another video with her real quick, all right? Give me one moment while I get it queued up. And I want y'all to listen to what she have to say about what I'm talking about this apology thing, or what I'm talking about, all right? All right, here we go.
I'm going to start.
Uh-oh. All right, let me remove me real quick. All right, here she is. Now I want y'all to listen to this real quick about what she got to say about her.
I'm going to start calling people's opinions of me fan theories, because that's truly what they are. They are based in nothing but falsehood, projections, and judgment. Not too much creativity put into that. Now, I don't do apologies because I'm so not sorry.
Yeah, I heard what she said. She said she don't do apologies because she is not sorry. Let's run it again.
Do apologies because that. Now, I don't do apologies because I'm so not sorry. To regret anything I've done is to regret the awareness that I've gained. I don't like the sound of that. If it taught me something, it made me better.
Now I want y'all to pay attention to what she's saying. She don't regret it. She's not going to apologize because she feel like the things that she's do, in other words, is justifiable. She feel like the things that she do is justifiable. Now I want y'all to keep in mind that a lot of women think this same exact way. They do things out of their feelings and their emotions that will sabotage things. They don't want to take accountability, and their justification behind it is because, oh, I was just feeling that certain type of way, or this person deserved it. So I created all this chaos. So once again, my question is this. Why is it so hard for women to take accountability for the things that they do? Why is it so hard for women to apologize? Ladies, do you know that it's very easy for men to apologize, the error our way, even when it deals with our ego, right? Even when it deals with our pride and ego. When we know we're wrong, we will apologize. We'll suck up our pride, we'll suck up our ego, and we'll apologize. And not only we'll apologize, we'll let it go. Not only that we'll let it go, we will learn from the errors of our way, and we'll do our best to make sure that we won't make that same type of mistake again. But is it the same for these type of women, these type of modern day women? Is it the same thing? Do they do the same thing what men do? Do they suck up their pride and ego? And yes, women do have pride and ego. And I said this before and I say this again. Women egos are way bigger than men egos. It's facts. Women have way bigger pride and egos than men. And so, are women even capable of taking accountability? These type of women, are y'all able to take accountability for y'all behavior, for the decisions that you make, the things that you do, and thus apologize? Now, I want to show y'all this another clip, and this part of the final segment of this podcast while I'm talking about this. This another clip that I'm going to present to y'all, right? This clip is dealing with this subject that I'm talking about right now, about why is women so hard to just take accountability and just simply apologize and move on. You made that mistake, it's cool. You made a mistake, it's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But just move on. Now, here's a final clip that I'm going to share with y'all. This clip comes from Fresh and Fit, all right? Fresh and Fit, they actually had a psychologist that was on their show. And the psychologist had broke down the behavior of why women and men either apologize or don't apologize for certain choices or decisions that they made.
I think it's one of your most popular video. Why women don't apologize. Can you talk about that a little bit? I mean, I think one of the things here on this side of the internet, we always say, women want the power of a man and the responsibility, but they want the accountability of a child, blah, blah, blah. Women have a tough time taking accountability, all this other stuff. Can you speak deeper to, and you really explained it well in that video,
Thanks.
But can you speak deeper to that concept of apologies in females?
Sure. First, I'll respond to the most common pushback or objection to that, which is saying that explaining why women don't apologize doesn't mean that men don't. But it's
Good
that
point.
men and women often don't apologize for different reasons, I found. Men often don't apologize because of an ego thing.
Mm-hmm.
That can happen to women. But what I found is that women don't apologize because they have a different conceptualization of the foul than men do. With respect to men, we think that the behavior is what requires the apology. You stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
You did something, and I would like you to acknowledge that you did that bad thing, apologize for that, and change your behavior moving forward. Because that, of course, is the only real apology, is changed behavior.
Yeah.
Facts. And I want all the ladies who are listening to this understand exactly where he's coming from. This is exactly how the way men think when it comes to the terms of apologizing. We want to apologize for the behavior that you did, the actions that you took to enforce the behavior of what you did. That's what we're looking for. If you sit up here and did all these things that I stated earlier, you done threw this dude PlayStation, you done burnt clothes, whatever crazy thing you decided to do in the heat of that moment, that's what we want to apologize for. We want to apologize for that behavior. That's what we're looking for. But women is different. And I want y'all to pay attention to the different psyche between how the way men think in terms of apology and how the woman thinks in the term of apology.
True.
But what I found is that a lot of women treat the foul as the pain or the anger or the emotional reaction in the man as a response to her behavior.
Gotcha.
The problem is not so much what she did. The problem is that I'm angry about it. And within that conceptualization, she might not have to solve the problem, she might not have to change her behavior. She just might have to get me to feel differently.
Yeah.
Now, men who are listening right now, I hope you paid close attention to what he's saying, okay? Because we experience this as men all the time, and he's going to break it down even further. But we experience this all the time with women. What women do, they use, and I said this before on my podcast, I done said this a lot on my podcast, where women will use manipulative tactics as a form of apology. They'll try to manipulate you emotionally so you can no longer be focused on what your expectations of the apology should be. And now he's going to break it down even further. I guarantee that all of us as men have experienced this with women.
And that's why you see some of the otherwise quizzical things that women are subject to doing in this. Like maybe they'll just let some time blow over and then send you some funny memes as if nothing happened.
Yeah. Yes.
Or I had a situation where I had a disagreement with a woman, and then a few hours later, she just took her clothes off and laid down naked in front of me, as if like just having sex would make everything better.
Yeah.
Which I found to be somewhat disrespectful, to be honest.
Facts. And I want y'all also listen to this too, especially women. These situations that y'all do, y'all try to do all this, seeing memes to try to get us not to think about the overall reason why we want you to apologize. And on top of that, y'all try to use your bodies as a way of an apology. That is not an apology, period. It's not an apology. As he adequately said, that is even more disrespectful than the thing that you did in the first place. Matter of fact, that's added on to the thing that you did in the first place. Matter of fact, I would say that this is way worse than the thing that you did in the first place. This is way worse than you sitting up here burning up stuff, killing up people's cars. It's way worse when you do things like that to us, because it shows us that you blatantly do not care, period. It shows us blatantly that you don't want to take accountability for your actions and behavior that caused this to happen in the first place. But when you flip it around, right, women want to hold us accountable for the decisions and behaviors that we do. And guess what? When we know we're wrong, when we know we done messed up, we will take accountability for that. We will take that L and deal with it. But that's the only difference, is that we would do it. But women, but let's go.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen that night.
Rightfully so, but most men would not take that appropriately. They would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get sex." Like, yeah,
I guess
you did it the right way, but most other guys would just accept that.
It just felt so like, what kind of man would I be to surrender the principle of what happened for some momentary pleasure? That doesn't make any sense to me.
And this is the reason why I'm playing this clip as well too. Now, back on the video that we watched earlier with Britney Renner on their podcast, right? These men, these beta men that was up there, and I'm calling Charleston a beta on this one too. I don't care how loud that dude talk or cuss and entertain y'all, that dude is a beta male too. He is. All of them are. They took that moment of pleasure, which in this situation, their moment of pleasure was the clout. That's their moment of pleasure. They took that moment of pleasure, and Britney Renner, she took that moment just as the same as women who want to give up their body to try to pacify what's the real underlying issue that's going on. And they allowed it to happen. When men allow that to happen, guess what? That woman is going to go full throttle and do it because they allowed it to happen. Same situation where he's talking about this sex thing and every other thing. If you allow a woman to do that, she's going to do it. And she's going to continue to do it because she's going to, at this point, she feel that it's acceptable behavior when it's not.
Top boss Soul Matt would say, dick is a gift.
Yeah.
You guys are full of quotes. So that's why some women don't apologize, is because they see the foul in the emotional reaction in the man as opposed to her own behavior. She obviously doesn't think she did anything wrong. That's why she did it.
Yeah.
I mean, she probably felt like it was in her rights, and it's just
Let me ask you
that
this.
I had a problem with it. Go ahead.
Would you say this is why it's so important, where when you're correcting a woman or enforcing a boundary, etc., you do it in a calm,
yes,
cool, collected fashion, so you minimize, because what you're saying here is actually very profound. I want the audience to really understand this, that men have an issue with the behavior, right? That's why they want the apology and they want it to be corrected. Women have an issue with how they made you feel from the behavior, but they discount the behavior. And I think if you're able to respond to her behavior that pissed you off or you didn't like in a calm, cool, and collected manner, she can't see an emotional response from you, and therefore that only leaves one thing, which is the glaring problem. It was your fucking behavior.
Now, I want y'all to listen carefully what the psychologist is going to say, what his rebuttal going to be behind this. And this rebuttal is going to go back, it's going to circle all the way back around to the video that we watched earlier about this passive behavior. And what I was saying earlier, that these dudes should have checked her right then and there. Listen to what the psychologist got to say on this rebuttal.
My reaction.
Correct. Now, there's some rational basis for this. Like we have this phrase, no harm, no foul. So it could be that maybe I did step out of bounds in our relationship, but if you say, hey, no problem, man, it's like, okay, I guess we're just going to carry on some level.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's not completely irrational where women might be coming from. But absolutely, there's two reasons why it's important to keep your calm about that.
Yeah.
First of all, is if your emotional tone is too angry, then she might get triggered, and then she only hears that, and she's not going to take in what you say.
Yeah.
And that's true for anybody, man or woman, who gets emotionally triggered. They're no longer susceptible to logic and reason, so you can't actually have a mature conversation with them.
Yeah.
So you have to take care of your tone so that they don't become emotionally confused in that moment, panicked.
Yep.
But yeah, if a person is flailing, they're going to find some other way to squirm out of it.
Yeah.
And it could be that you're raising your voice against me right now.
Yeah.
And so that's just a distraction tactic. And it's very easy to move to the side if you understand it and you can keep your cool in that moment.
That's avoiding accountability.
Yeah.
Yep.
So so that's why it's got to be a measure. I mean, I hate to say it, man, but you got to talk to them like children almost. It's like, hey, we're in a relationship. Maybe you love her, whatever, you give something positive up front. And then you tell her, look, I didn't like XYZ. I'm not angry about it. I'm just disappointed in you. This behavior will not be tolerated again, etc. And you kind of go about.
Now y'all understand the reason why I made a point about when Mr. Let Go said this, right? And at first I didn't agree with it, but now when I think about it, I agree with it. Y'all understand what I'm saying there now? The reason why is because with women, right? And what Myron is saying, right, is basically you have to have like a passive aggressive type of behavior when I'm talking with women. You have to talk to them in a way where it's rewarding, but the same way it's firm and you want trying to deliver a point or a teachable moment. Just like how you do with your children. Like say for example, with my children, with any one of my children, no matter who it is, but preferably, let's talk about my girls. Preferably with my girls, right? I have to have a passive aggressive type of tone with them. If I go full throttle, guess what? They're gonna immediately reject that. They're gonna be triggered and everything, and it's gonna cause them to have this rejectful behavior. You know what I mean? But if I talk to them in a passive aggressive tone, like, hey, why did y'all do this? Explain this to me why. Why did it? Because of this and that and that. Did I go back and I correct them right? I show them the error of their rate. I correct them. Then after that, I go back and reinforce that I still love and care about them, and the things that I'm doing for them is for the betterment of them. Now, the only caveat about this is this, and I know some women are going to say this, that's why I'm going to address it. The only thing about this is that if you're dealing with a man who's a narcissist is a master of doing this, right? Well, a narcissist will have this passive aggressive type of behavior where they'll sit up here and build you up and tear you down, and build you back up and tear you down. Now, if this dude is a narcissist, this is totally different. This is totally different. But I want to let women out there know that now all dudes have this narcissist type of behavior. If they're doing this to you, right, it's not because they're narcissists, okay? Another key element about narcissists is that at the end of the day, a narcissist only care about themselves. That's the key component of a narcissist person or a narcissist man, that they only care about themselves. They only care about what they're getting out of this. But when you're dealing with a man who's being passive aggressive to you, and you could tell by not only what he's saying but also by his actions that he really means well, and he really care about you mentally and physically and spiritually and all these other things too, then that's the type of man that you need to listen to. That's the type of man that you need to respect. But you have to know the difference between the two.
But you have to be, but if you like, oh, no, and you be emotional, you're basically letting her know that both of you are equal and you're going to go ahead and play her game. And that's not what you want to do. So
masculine and feminine communication is very different.
Yeah.
So let's say that for whatever reason, we had some sort of like beef.
Yeah.
And we're going to come together and talk about it.
Yeah.
This happens between men. What we're probably going to do is be as cool,
of course,
and calm, because we both know what could happen if things get disrespectful and things get out of hand.
Yeah.
So we're probably going to take as much emotion out of our voices as possible.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk slower. We're going to talk calm. Okay. Here's the thing about that. When you're talking, and this is where guys screw this up all the time, when they have to have sometimes necessary or difficult conversations with their women, they'll speak to them like a man like that. Mm-hmm. They'll take all the emotional tone out of their voice. And suddenly all the woman is responding to is the absence of warmth. And now she starts to get afraid. Now she starts to get panicked. Because what she's hearing, if you take the words out of it and you just have the tone, she's hearing something like, da 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 da. That's
how we communicate.
And that doesn't sound like I love you. That doesn't sound like I'm on your side. That doesn't sound like we're on the same team. Right? They're gonna respond more to the tone than guys do. We talked about that earlier today. So if you're gonna have a difficult conversation with a woman, put some warmth in your voice.
Yo, next after hours. I have a question. That's pretty good.
The cadence and the rhythm.
I do better cracking up.
I don't like that rhythm.
Let me change it up.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly sounds like there's a trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's going to start to get defensive.
Yeah.
What I've noticed is you can say almost anything to a woman if you have a smile on your face and warmth in your voice.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
And that's facts. That's facts. That's why a lot of women are attracted to dudes who have charisma. A dude who have a mouthpiece. If a dude have a mouthpiece, he have a mouthpiece. He could say whatever the hell he want to say to a woman, and the woman be like, because it's based on what he's saying. That warmth. You know what I mean?
That's how you say it.
So yeah, you have to be calm and collective at the same time. Yes, I really like that you brought that up. Like you lead in, you got to kind of softly let them down. Hey, I love you, etc. That's why I'm having this difficult conversation with you.
I wouldn't even use the word difficult.
You know,
that's already priming.
I wouldn't say. I meant for the audience. I wouldn't say difficult, but like that's why I'm telling you this, right? I love you, and that's why I want to tell you this. Boom, and then you tell her what it is, and then she's gonna be more likely to be like, "Damn, I don't want to lose his approval. He had me in this light, and I lost a little bit of whatever." Or what I like to say to girls all the time is like, "I really didn't think you were that type of girl."
Well, what hurt more when you were a kid? Was it potentially getting slapped, or when your mom said, "I'm just disappointed in you, Myron"?
Yeah. Sucks. The latter, yeah.
And she's like, it's so bad that she's not even getting angry.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, that means that something did something really bad.
And I think the other thing too is that like people have this natural need to be held in high esteem by their peers. And when someone says, "I'm disappointed in you," or "Wow, like I really didn't think you were that type of person," blah, blah, blah. Like what your disappointment and what you're basically also inadvertently telling them is that like, you've lost respect in my eyes.
Potentially.
Right? So
facts. And that's the same thing that I do with my children. I don't use negative tones where I don't use negative verbatim towards them. I tell them that I'm disappointed in them. When they hear the words disappointed, that hurts them way worse than me raising my voice. Way worse. When they hear that, they'll immediately straighten out that, "Oh my God, I'm the disappointed daddy. I don't want to disappoint daddy." You know what I'm saying? "No, I got to fix this for real. Dad is serious about this."
I think that's also important too.
But to that end, people tend to be obedient, especially children. It's like if you tell a child that he's smart and handsome, he's going to grow up believing that, whether it's true or not.
Yeah.
If you tell a child more negative things, they might believe that too.
Yeah.
Facts.
So people actually are more likely to try to live up to your expectations than the opposite. So have positive expectations for the women. Expect them to be loyal. Don't necessarily trust until it's valid to do so, but like expect to see that you want to see there until she proves otherwise.
Yeah.
Facts. And that's a huge thing too. And this is the other part about, on my podcast that I talk about. Now I talk about a lot about the modern day women. I also talk about, beta men and, different things like that, right? The other part is that when it comes down to it, I always talk about that you have to have a certain expectation of what it is that you're looking for. I have discovered, through my research, through people having these conversations in these spaces, right, that they don't even know what the hell they're looking for. But they know what they're fussing about. They haven't even took the time out to literally put out this whole ideal package or what type of woman that you want or what type of man you want. And I'm talking about realistically. I'm not talking about this fake stuff that every single time you want a woman to be fit, friendly, and submissive, knowing good and well when you get a woman that's fit, friendly, and submissive, right, eventually what's going to happen is that you're not going old with that woman. That woman is not going to be so much fit. She's not going to be so much as friendly as she get older. Hell, she probably gonna be as much submissive when she get older. Not because she don't want to, not because she don't love you, but it's because of age. Same thing with a woman, with this expectation that I want the man to be the provider. I want him to be my king. I want him to take care of me. Not understanding that it may be times where he be up and he could take care of you, and there may be times where he down, where he can't. It happens. It's part of life. So when these situations arise, right, then what are you going to do? Have you prepared yourself to handle that, to deal with that situation? Or are you still stuck in your mindset thinking that this is how the way it's supposed to be? Hence, this is the reason why the divorce rate is high the way it is, because of all these unrealistic expectations instead of thinking about the reality of the situation. That people is not going to always be the same. that people are always going to change, especially when you get older. You're going to change. You're going to level up to another level of mature understanding. It's going to be times when you get old enough where men too much don't want to have sex no more, but the women's sex drive skyrockets when they get older. It's going to be a time where y'all used to go out and be adventurous and travel all the time to a point where y'all like, man, sure, I'm good in the house watching Netflix. But that happened because that's part of life. But you have to have that mature mindset and understand that these things is going to happen. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. But the question is, will you love that person to deal with even the tough things, to deal with certain changes when it happens? Are you going to stick it out and love that person for that reason? Or are you going to say, modern day women, modern day men? What are you going to do?
That's fair.
Okay. No, I like it. That's what we say. Less professional. Assume every girl's a hoe unless she proves otherwise. And
That's
then
pretty much.
It's on her. The burden of performance is on her to prove that she's not like every other girl. Because women use that same thing, like, hey, like, you know, because the difference between them is that, like, they're kind of doing it up front, right? Through, like,
they want to disqualify you from the very beginning.
Yeah, women want to disqualify you from the very beginning.
And the more you talk about yourself, the more you talk, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
He's a Trump supporter. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Just
I think that's why, going back to being, because someone asked earlier, like, do women really want honesty? And I think women want honesty, and I want to get your take on this, Doc, for their own selfish reasons to quickly disqualify you. Yeah. Not necessarily to build upon your honesty, but rather they want your honesty to disqualify you from something that might not necessarily align with their sexual strategy at that moment in time.
So ladies in the chat, what do you think about what he just said, what Myra just said? Do y'all agree with that? Do y'all agree with what he's talking about, that women want honesty for the wrong reasons?
Like, for example, let's say she's 29 and looking for a relationship, and you say, I just want to go with the flow and I'm looking for something casual. Well, now you've objectively disclosed to her that your goal doesn't align with hers, and her goal, unfortunately, is time sensitive. So she will quickly disqualify you. But maybe 10 years prior, at 20 years old, you had given her that information. Well, at the time, I'm just looking for a good time, etc. She might be looking for that as well. Your goals align, she'll get with you. So
yeah, I have this line that if you punish the truth, you're asking to be lied to.
Bam! Right? That's one of my favorite ones.
So how many times?
Can you say that one more time for the people?
If you punish the truth, you're asking to be lied to.
Bam.
And how many times is that guy going to say up front, yeah, I'm just looking to smash. Yeah, I just want something casual. It's like you're expecting people to be superhuman and to just say they should be honest, independent of the fact that they're failing and they're experiencing nothing but rejection.
Yeah.
So women, unfortunately, create different strategies in men. They incentivize different strategies in men because they punish certain other strategies.
Yeah.
And so men learn, it's like, man, I have a tough choice here. I can be totally honest and transparent and be alone, or I can find other ways of navigating this test and get laid and potentially get a relationship.
Yeah. And the only exception to the rule where I've seen brutal honesty actually work with women is you got to be a higher status guy.
Yeah.
Sorry. There's no way around it. Like, there's no way that you'll be able to be honest about what you really want to do, whether it's being polygamous or wanting multiple women, etc., and be able to do it peacefully, right? Without a woman being all over you and shit like that, unless you're a higher status guy.
You have to have more power.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, and it's got to be an overwhelming amount of power from her. Like, you got to be, significantly higher on the total pole than her by 3 to 4 points for her to accept it. Like, if you look at, we had a very deep discussion about this with Dan Bilzerian. He's brutally honest with the girls because he's out there on Instagram, right? He's on jets and he's always surrounded by women, etc. They kind of know the deal when they get involved with a guy like him, right? But he's able to do so because his lifestyle and his status, etc., speaks for itself. So women know what time it is dealing with a guy like that. So you're able to get away with it in certain situations, but are most men able to be honest forfeit a majority of women and still be able to have sexual access? No.
I would agree.
So that's why most guys can't afford to be honest. We tell you on this podcast, get yourself to a point where you can be honest with girls and tell them I want multiple women, etc. But you need to get to a certain level to be able to do it. And it's just very difficult for a bunch of guys.
Yeah, and I agree with that too. When I entered back into the dating market, right, I had to learn this lesson the hard way. That I had to get myself up to a higher social status. Now, the one thing about this that I want to put as a disclaimer, right? When Fresh or Fit is talking about a higher social status, they talking about men who's, just like what Kevin Samuels was talking about as well too, with men on a higher rate, like they making six figures and different things like that. That's what they're talking about. But what I'm talking about is that you can also be on a higher social status based on the median range of where you at. You know what I'm saying? Like say for example, you're a man who's up in the median range of making $80,000 a year, and not only that, you are respected by your fellow peers, by other men. Your other men regard you and they know who you are. Now, women who are on the lower status than where you at, they see you as on a higher status. So therefore, since you elevated yourself to that particular status, then you're good. You necessarily don't have to be at this highest level status, you know what I'm saying, where you make a six figures. If you're there, it's fine. But if you're not there, at least get to the higher status than where the woman is at. If this woman is at 50,000, you should be at 60 or higher with the social status to go along with it too. That's pretty much what they're saying. And when I was out there in the dating market, I had to learn that. And so that's what I did. I went out and I reinvented myself and clamped myself to a higher social status where now, I'm starting to be, looked at by women who are lower than me. Like, oh, look at Urban. Hey, you looking kind of handsome there, Urban. Oh, you making 80 plus a year, Urban. Oh, ooh, you're match material. Girl, you better go on somewhere. But I'm just saying.
So
there's also degrees to honesty.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you're committed to being the most forthright and transparent in your conversations, in your dealings with women, there's still things you don't talk about. And we're not talking about I'm purposely hiding this.
Yeah.
It's just like the camera. It's only looking at this one thing that it's looking at right now. It's making a choice to focus on this and to not focus on anything else. And so it naturally has to leave everything else out. And
hit camera one, Mo.
Is some of those things that get left out.
They're seeing you, but they didn't see us nodding along with you the whole time.
See, there you go.
That's an example right there.
Framing actually is a way of controlling information, which can be on the spectrum of lying. It's like, you see this on the news all the time. When the storm hits, they'll look at the 3 houses that got knocked over and not at all of the houses that are still standing. And so people are left with this mostly incorrect view of the devastation that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And also, he's speaking of the term of framing, right? Framing is also a psychological term too. Another term of framing that y'all are familiar with is the term of tunnel vision, okay? Whenever a person has tunnel vision, they only see what's directly in front of them only. And the reason why they see what's only in front of them is because they refuse to see what's on the side of them, what's on, the left side, the right side, whatever, because they only focus on what's been presented to them, period. And that's pretty much what this psychologist is saying about that. In life, you have this tunnel vision mentality, right, where you only see what's ahead, and that's it. You don't see things that's behind you. You don't see things to your left. You don't see things to your right. Now, this thing also, tunneling also is a double-edged sword. It could be beneficial or it could tear you down too. Just like he was using an example with the news or even with social media. There are certain things that people would do, they'll do it straight for clout, like the video that we seen earlier with Britney Renner, that the overall premises of what they was doing, and they allowed Britney to do this type of behavior because they had tunnel vision. They only seen the clout behind it, but they didn't see the overall line of issue, which is her disrespecting their show. They didn't see that. So it's a double-edged sword. It can be either good or bad depending on how you use it.
You see, the framing creates misconceptions.
Yeah.
So even if you are totally committed to transparency and honesty, you might run the risk of leading people on or making misunderstandings.
Yeah. Yeah. I think transparency is a double-edged sword.
Absolutely.
You still have to have an allure of mystery. Only disclose what is asked and don't offer more information, right? But I think some things have to be out there in the open if you want to have a peaceful relationship, especially if you want to be open, which most of you guys, let's be honest, y'all want to have your main girl and maybe have multiple girls. Like you tell them, hey, this is what I want, and you kind of just leave it there. Let her imagination do most of the work. We talk about this, Rolo. A woman's imagination is your best ally with maintaining attraction.
I will counter it and say, I ask questions for this dynamic, so I want to know from the very beginning what you want. I'll tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah, facts. And then they ended off by saying, well, we're just going to want to tell these women, exactly what they want to hear. And hopefully by us doing it, it would keep the women stable or balanced. That's pretty much what they're saying in the end of that. All right. So in closing, y'all. In closing, let's talk about it. As soon as I get myself on screen again. There I go. So in closing, y'all. In closing. The accountability that I want us to to take away from this is that it's time for women to hold each other accountable for the one behavior that y'all do. That's where it boils down to. Women want men all the time to hold men accountable for things that we do, which we do. Right now, there are different programs that men have. We have mentorship programs and all kind of stuff that's happening right now behind the scenes. A lot of stuff is not even being talked about. But men do that. But my question is that, are there mentorship programs for women as well? Because to be honest with you, I haven't heard of no mentorship program for women where women are holding women accountable, where women are teaching and educating each other how to be, women. I'm just being honest. I have not heard of it. So I believe that it's time for women to start holding their fellow sisters accountable for the behaviors that they do, for the choices that they make. Because if not, then the result is going to be we have these Britney Renners running out here, running rampant, being disrespectful. Then the moment when the dude says something, then guess what? Oh my God, he's harassing me. Then what are we supposed to do as men? Me honest, what are we supposed to do as men? How will we counter that? So it's time for us to start taking accountability. If women want us men to take accountability, that's fine. We'll do it. But it can't be no one-way street. Women got to take accountability for their emotions and decisions too that they make. Now I'm pretty sure that after all this is said and done, Britney Renner, she's gonna, probably go on her channel and she'll get all this clout that she was desiring, because at the end of the day, like I pointed out, the real reason why she was doing it and doing what she was doing, because she wanted clout and she was getting it through Charleston White. Now, one thing by me watching Charleston White, when I do watch him, is that I know this dude is petty as hell. And so I wouldn't be a bit surprised. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Charleston White would put a lawsuit on Britney Renner just to get clout. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he'll not only do a lawsuit, but he'll literally sue her for harassment. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if he do this. Because it's Charleston White, because he do stuff like this. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if that were to happen. But at the end of the day, like I say, it was all clout. The dudes that was on your son's show, right? To be honest, including Charleston White, all of it was being some beta male simps. And they allowed Britney Renner to literally sabotage their brand. And just like I want adequately stated earlier, that is a zero tolerance for me. I would not allow anyone to try to abuse and destroy my brand, to do anything they want to with my brand, with my platform. That is why even right now, I rarely do panels. Now, I used to, like season 6, I used to do a lot of panels in season 6, and there were certain things I was kind of tolerating with, but there was other things I was zero tolerant with. But now, in this season 7, I rarely do panels now. I rarely do. Because I have a hard issue with trusting the people that come up, because I don't want y'all to come up and disrespecting my show. I have certain guidelines, rules, and expectations that I expect for people to follow, period. Now, the only thing about it is that even though I lay down the foundations and lay down these rules and expectations, at the end of the day, some people was just like Britney Renner. They would try to test you and still do it anyway. And so to avoid all that, I just don't do it. I try to find clout in other spaces. Or I try to limit the people who I will allow to come up, where it's just maybe one person that'll come up versus you be like, I know y'all been on the YouTube street. Y'all seen some of these people, they be having super panels. They be having like 10 to 20 people up there. And all of them going back and forth. And you can't understand nothing that they're saying, because everybody's talking over each other. There's no moderator, no nothing up there. Then if they do have a moderator up there, the moderator is all passive. Okay, guys. Just like the guest, the one host was on the show. Okay, guys. Okay. We have to reset, guys. Come on, guys. We have to reset. Come on. If you weren't resetting. But just like that, I believe that if you put in there all your time, blood, sweat, and tears, you putting money into this too, and equipment and everything, you should have a level of respect for your show. And you should set that tone and expectation to where other people will have that same level of respect too. Hell, you should demand that respect. That is why also, like, I don't know if y'all noticed this. Some of y'all probably did, some of y'all noticed, but that is why when y'all click on my live shows, right, before you click on what happened, you immediately see my community guidelines for this channel. The community guidelines that pop up is there for a reason. It's not there just for show and tell. No, that is what I stand on, period. I stand on that, period. Because I refuse to let people try to damage what I done built. Because at the end of the day, nobody's not spending money on this. I am. Nobody's spending time on this. I am. Wherever comes behind it, I have to deal with that, not them. I do. So it's very easy for, normal people just to jump on StreamYard and do the free account and just go live on your phone. It's easy to do that. But when you serious about this and you seriously treat this thing as a business, then you think about it way differently. And that is how I am. In my space, that is how I am. And so from one content creator to another, yeah, they let this woman totally disrespect their brand. Throwing water and stuff in. They got electrical equipment and she throwing water and kicking stuff over like a little toddler and things. This guy, I'm like all the way messed up. I wish you would. But other than that, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in to this podcast tonight. I hope y'all got something out of it where I share my perspective about what's going on. And see you in chat. Oh, PMP, what's up with it, bro? You came in, huh? Salute. Yeah, and that's facts on KMB. Yeah, and that's exactly the space that I'm in right now. I would rather go solo. And that's what I'm doing. I would rather go solo than to try to trust people, because you don't know if people is on the same page with you or not. Especially when you allow those random people to come up on your show and talk. And they be doing some weird stuff, for real. It be some people that are already jealous of you, and they'll do weird stuff. They'll try to photobomb you. They'll do all kind of weird stuff to try to damage your brand. And so that's why, I do. I just be chilling by myself. I'd rather be on my own and build my own stuff up than to have a team of people to do it. Now, one thing, there's one caveat to that, right? Now, I do have a team of people, right, that support this channel, but they're behind the scene. Them team of people y'all will never see, because they'll never come up here. They'll never be a part of the show. They'll never be part of no panels or nothing like that, because them team of people are the team of people that help with my stream for us doing editing on my videos and different things like that. So they're behind the scenes. So I have that team, but other than that, unless I could get some people I really, really trust and we all on the same page, then that's different. But other than that, nope. Sure can't. Yeah, Charleston White. Yeah, he been all over the place, bro. He doing this thing. I ain't knocking him, though. I'm not going to knock him. I'm not going to knock him. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to this show tonight. Make sure y'all have your notifications set when I'm going to go live again on this channel. Make sure y'all also tune into my TikTok channel. I haven't even dropped no shorts on my TikTok channel yet, but I plan on doing it. I'm gonna get with my team and we're gonna put together some more shorts on that channel. But it does being me, y'all. I haven't been given directions yet to do it. So we're gonna sign up to my TikTok channel so you can check out my content over there. And also y'all tune in to Friday and Saturday nights too. That's when I'll be doing my DJing, R&B on Friday, club music on Saturdays. All right. So thank y'all so much. And we'll see y'all again on the next episode. Y'all have a great night. Thank y'all so much for the thumbs up. Thank y'all so much for thumbs down and all this, because it's help supports the channel. Thank everyone who are participating in the chat. KMB, PMP, Tough Love. He was in the chat earlier today, and you say, well, listen, thank you so much, brother, for tuning in. And everyone else who are going to catch the replay too. Thank y'all so much. And I will see y'all again on the next episode of this podcast. Peace out, and y'all have a blessed day.